President Trump is once again denying that he pressured the president of Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden and says a released summary of his phone call with that president proves it. The summary does show that President Trump asked Ukraine's leader more than once to investigate Biden and his son shortly after Ukraine's president mentioned plans to buy more weapons from the U.S. Democrats say that shows the president wanted a foreign government to interfere in the U.S. election, and they call that an impeachable offense. Let's bring in WBZ political analyst John Keller.
John is here with us. We've only impeached two presidents, Andrew Johnson, Bill Clinton. Richard Nixon resigned before the impeachment process got underway. So explain a little bit more about the impeachment inquiry, what that means, and the process moving forward.
Well, it's both simple and complicated, if that helps at all. But above all else, while it looks like a judicial process, impeachment is totally political. At this online dictionary, searches for the meaning of impeachment are up by 3,600%. So let's start with the substance. Multiple House committees are already investigating a range of issues, including obstruction of justice, Russian meddling in U.S. politics, Russian financial ties to Trump, Trump's private meetings with Putin, possible Trump financial conflicts, including foreign business at his D.C. hotel, and even presidential son-in-law Jared Kushner's security clearance. All of that, plus the Ukraine story, plus anything else that might come up, could form the basis of impeachment charges. But why call it impeachment when these probes are already ongoing?
Is the respondent, William Jefferson Clinton, guilty or not guilty?
Some experts believe turning a congressional oversight process into a judicial proceeding can expand the power of Congress to issue subpoenas, take depositions, and get hold of grand jury materials that would otherwise be unavailable. It may also expedite court rulings on challenges to congressional authority. When committee probes are finished, the House Judiciary Committee would draw up articles of impeachment, vote on them, and send them to the full House, where a simple majority can vote to impeach. The next step is a trial in the Senate, with the 100 senators as jurors and Chief Justice John Roberts presiding. But some constitutional scholars believe Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell could decide not to hold a trial. As with all stages of this inherently political process, that could depend on the politics of the moment. So if there is a trial, 2/3 of the senators are needed to vote for conviction and removal from office for that to happen. Republicans are in the majority. That doesn't seem likely.
People hear this, they start thinking hearings, televised hearings. How long could this take?
Well, if history is any gauge, Nixon resigned 3 months after the House began its impeachment process. Clinton's impeachment took 4 months. In this day and age, the way they like to talk up on Capitol Hill, who knows, Paula?
We will see. John Keller, thanks so much.